Hey Stitch Cuties, I'm Brittany with Stitches of Love Quilting, and you and I in this video tutorial are going to make our block 7 of our Happy Place quilt together. So as always, you know the drill. Go on and read through your instructions, get your embroidery file loaded onto your machine, and organize your pieces in order of how they appear in the pattern. And then off to the side, get your threads ready to use. And then we're going to begin with white thread on our machine. And the very first step that it stitches is a little T right in the middle. So with our fabric, we are going to fold it in half and in half, and then just simply line it up and unfold and unfold. And then you can use your sew tights to hold this in place, or you can use a little bit of 3M tape. I'm gonna use my 3M tape today. And I'm just going to tape it in place so that as I progress into my sewing, my fabric doesn't wiggle in my hoop. So just a few pieces. And then we're gonna continue with white thread for the first several steps while we're building our applique units in our hoop. So let's continue on. Alrighty, so we have our first few applique outlines. We can go on and remove the tape that's holding our fabric in place, or your sew tights if you're using those. I love those. So the tape, and we go and remove the tape because if you're using that, you don't want to iron on it. And with your sew tights, you don't want to have to bump into them. So we are going to first start with piece number 1. So we're on step 9 of your pattern. And we are going to just simply put the pieces right in place from where they're cut out. There we go. Then we have number 12, which is our chimney. Same as all the other chimneys, cute little piece. There we go. Make sure he's in place. And then we have our super cute pink house. I love that we have a pink house for our 4th of July block because we have our little flag. So the house could be a really fun color. So there we go. And then with this guy, give him a good press. And so this is what your hoop should look like thus far. So we'll continue on with white thread for our next round of applique outlines. Okay, so let's put some pieces in place. We're gonna start with our stripes on our flag. So we have pieces 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 2 is the thinnest. So, and the edges line up perfectly with the edge of the white flag piece. So it's very easy to get them in place. And this is a red dapple dot fabric that is just adorable, right? I'm gonna see if I'm slick enough to put 2 pieces down at one time without wiggling them. Let's see how I do. So there we go. This little guy looks a little crooked. There we go. And zap it down. Now we'll put our last stripe, number 5. And again, the bottom left and right of this line up with the outer edge of the white piece. So you just need to make sure you're lined up across that top stitched line. There we go. And now for our door, look at this adorable door. How cute is that? I just love these. I can't wait for the quilt to be finished. I want to hang it in my house. All right, so with the door, there we go. And last but not least on this step is our heart. Super cute, fun colors to put with 4th of July. I have to tell you, I'd live in a pink house. I think that would be fun. I'm from Florida. We have pink houses. It's not weird to see a pink house at all. Alrighty, so this is the end of step 11. So when we put this back on, our machine is gonna give us our next round of applique outlines. Alrighty, we've got some pieces to iron on. I'm excited to put this on. This is the big blue piece of our flag. And it lines up with the corner on the left top edge of your flag, the white piece underneath. And then of course with the stitched line. Now we will put our flagpole in position. There we go. And you just want to make sure that he's in place all the way down before you begin ironing, like so. There you go. Careful of your fingers. That's why I like to have a little bitty iron. Like this, or the little Aliso Pro is great for having by your machine. And now, oh my gosh, gingham roof. Super cute. I love it. There we go. Make sure he's in place. Boop. Looking good. So press them down. So now we have one more round of Applique Outlines, and that's for the stars on our flag. Alrighty, so now we just have to iron our 4 stars in place. And I do want to tell you that all 4 stars are exactly the same. You're welcome. Makes life so much easier. I am again going to be real brave and try and put several down at a time. So I press just the one time. Look, I wiggled it. Maybe that's why I should press between every star that I put in place. But let's see how I do. I'm being real courageous, if you will, working on a flag. There we go. And our last little star, if I can do it without wiggling. There we go. And this guy needs wiggled just a bit. That looks good to me. And zap. Cute as can be. So now for the remaining steps of 16 through 20, I'm going to take my hoop on and off the arm of the machine, but you don't need to. We're just going to be changing our thread colors. So speaking of thread changes, we are going to first load 1039 True Red, and the stripes on our flag will be stitched. Look at that cute stitching on our stripes. We're getting a flag. So now we're going to load this beautiful deep Nassau blue 1293, and the blue part of our flag will stitch next. So the blue is now stitched. So the next thread color we're going to load is 0567 Butterfly Gold, and our 4 stars and the heart on the house will stitch. Let's take a look. We have a heart and 4 stars stitched now. So we're almost done with our thread changes. Next up, we're going to put 1130 brown on, and the roof and the flagpole will stitch. Alrighty, that flag is totally stitched, and we have our roof stitched. So now it's time for the final color, 1307 Petal Pink, and the house, the roof, and the door will stitch for our final little bit. And ta-da! Let's take a look at our work from top to bottom. You have another block done that is so stinking cute. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate at all to reach out to us at stitchesoflovequilting.com. And as always, I hope you had so much fun making this block. Next up, we will be making block 8 together, which is a cute little watermelon. Happy stitching!